Give me time to put on a goddamn mask. I hate you for that. I can throw on my well, if I throw on my other mask that I usually put on, I might get accused of like bad things. Here, I'm gonna do it. Just give me a second. This is the worst intro ever, but I don't give a fuck. What is that? Is it a pin? Okay. Since he's not gonna speak, hello everyone, and welcome back to Haunting. No, you gotta leave that mask on. No, fuck you. Put nope on.
It was hurting my face.
I don't care. Take off your glasses. It's not like you can really see through that shit anyway. Just kind of look straight and hope for the best. Cool. Take off your glasses. That has to be pushing your glasses into your fucking... Okay. Anyway, welcome back to Haunted Casket number 29. Happy Halloween, everyone. Happy Halloween. For those wondering what my face mask says, it's "We love you" and "Nobody." It's not one of those types of masks. There's a story behind the mask. It's by Avenged Sevenfold, their latest album. I was told that I need to preface that before I wear this in a long term again. Just wanted to put that out there. Anyway, welcome. Happy Halloween. I hope everyone's doing well in this great week. Bill, oddly enough, isn't talking, but he's going to be the one that's going to have to carry this episode pretty soon. We are going to be talking about the myths and legends of the rituals, of the sacrifices, of the stories, of the stories untold of Halloween. Now I gotta take off mine because then I look weird.
Well, Jason doesn't talk, and I have to carry this one, so I need to be able to talk.
You can change the plot line. He went to fucking space for some goddamn reason. I think he could talk if he needs to. Still don't understand that thing. No. Fucking Jason Voorhees, as a kid, died in the river because the counselors were having sex and weren't paying attention. And then he came back as some demonic person that grew up, and now he's killing everyone at the fucking camp. That makes sense. It's not much of a story, but it makes sense. Next thing you know, he's on a spaceship. It's like, you can just stop now, please. But
Freddy versus Jason was the best of them.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I need to take this off. This is getting really hot. I'm starting to sweat and I don't want to. But give me a sec. Oh, my nose always catches on that hole. That sounded very odd, but anyway.
No comment.
It just sounded odd. But I can't hear anything. But Jason, yeah. Jason Voorhees and the camp was always, it's a good story, but it would have been a good short story. I don't see, or not even a short story, one-off film. I don't see how they stretched everything out.
Which is what it was meant to be. It was never meant to be more than a one-off film.
Yeah, and the one-off film would have been great, but then it's like...
However, as much as I love that movie, I will never watch the first one again.
I don't remember really what the first one held. I remember the Freddy versus Jason more than anything.
Well, so the reason that I will never watch the first one again is because when they kill the snake, they actually kill a snake. And it's more than just that. They went and they were trying to find a animal handler in Hollywood who can supply them with the snake. They told him, the snake's gonna be fine. We're gonna cut the head off a rubber one, but we need some shots of the real one slithering around. The guy was so excited. He brought his favorite snake to be in the
Oh,
movie, and then they killed him for real, which devastated the guy, which I totally understand because I have snakes. I have
they
favorites.
had they sued, right?
I believe so.
I was like, if they don't, they're stupid.
Yeah.
Well, it's
So
not-
because of that, I can't watch the first one anymore. But I do like Friday the 13th. Except for the reboot. The reboot kind of sucked, as they usually do.
I saw the first one, don't remember it. Freddy versus Jason. I got halfway through the space one and just zoned out.
Yeah, you could just ignore that one. That one
Yeah,
doesn't exist.
because
Don't even acknowledge it.
I wasn't going to watch it, but my ex at the time, or ex at the time, she's still an ex. My girlfriend at the time, Freddy, not Freddy, shit. Jason and Friday the 13th was her personality. 90% of her apparel was that, all that fun stuff. And she asked me at the time, "Hey, which ones have you watched and which ones haven't you?" And I told her, and she goes, "You gotta at least watch the space one once. Just deal with it." I fell asleep. I literally was zoning out, and she goes, "It's not that bad." And I go,
Yeah, it
Well
is.
then you watch it." I got up and went to bed. But
Yeah.
it's
No, Jason X is pretty bad.
yeah. Out of curiosity, much like kind of like a Marvel superhero type of choice, what would your favorite horror supervillain be?
Ooh.
I know I just asked you that whenever you just took off a Jason mask, but I don't know if you'd like to dress up as him or if he's actually your favorite.
I, so I'm dressing up as Jason this year for Halloween because it's something that I can completely cover myself in. Stand in my yard really still and have kids walk past me and then follow them up my driveway, scare the shit out of them. That's why I'm doing
Okay.
Jason this year. And I know it works because the one time Tanya was coming up my house and I just stood out with the rest of my decorations with my costume on really still. And she walked in the house not knowing she walked right past me and that didn't realize it was me. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna scare the shit out of some kids. But to answer your question, uh I I I really like Art the Clown, but I wouldn't say he's my favorite. Um it's between Freddy Krueger and Michael Myers.
Okay.
Yeah. I
See,
I
my
honestly don't know which one I like more. No. I do know. Freddy Krueger over Michael Myers, but Halloween over Nightmare on Elm Street.
yeah. See, now personally, I think I know this may sound weird, but coming from how Nightmare on Elm Street is shot, like the film itself, I think Nightmare on Elm Street is the most kiddie Disney-esque shot wise film I got of all of them.
Yeah, it's definitely well, I mean, it takes place in dreams, so it's got that like
Yeah,
otherworldly quality to it.
but
Um,
there's hardly any close-up shots. There's not really any suspenseful edge of your seat scenes. They're always just wide angled, he's just there type of thing.
yeah,
Which I get. It's a fun movie, but it's just it looks too. It's like they're trying to PG-13 it at certain points, and I find it weird.
and they failed miserably at that. It's I definitely like Halloween more than Friday the 13th. Don't get me
Oh
wrong.
yeah.
I love not Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh
I love Nightmare on Elm Street, but Halloween's better. Now, if we start talking about the sequels for
yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street are better than the sequels for Halloween.
I think the sequels for Halloween suck up
Yes.
until
Third.
the second to last one, and then the last one. The in my opinion, and I'm not
I
saying every
I didn't I didn't like the last one, but the second to last one was pretty good.
I liked the last one because I'm indulged with the story of the psychiatric ward and the emotional toll it took on the actors. It didn't have that frightening feel that all the other ones had, but story wise, I think it was golden.
Yeah, my issue with the last one is that it shouldn't exist. They definitively killed him off in the second to last one and then brought him back again in such a
Yeah,
dumb way that that killed the last one for me.
that sewer-esque thing. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I knew I went to the theater to watch that last one, and we'll say hi to everyone in chat in just a second. We're just indulged. Me and a friend went to see that in the theaters, and within the first like half hour or 20 minutes, we were questioning how much inspiration did they take from it. I'm like, why is this kid going into a sewer? And then I'm like, is he finding some artifact that he's in a? But Michael Myers is just like half asleep there, and next you know he wakes up and he has a human companion. I'm like, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, the last one wasn't great. Now, if we're going to talk reboots, the Halloween reboot was better than the Nightmare on Elm Street reboot.
What do you mean the reboot?
There was a Nightmare on Elm Street reboot 10 years ago. It was bad.
Like they just took the
it was the only time Robert Englund did not play Freddy, and it was not good.
Oh, so they took the same story but like creatively redriven it.
Yeah, and they got rid of
okay.
all like the goofy campiness and just stuck and tried to make it pure horror, and it just didn't work. Freddy's a one-liner. He makes puns. Like you got to have that goofy campiness in it for it to work, and it just didn't.
Yeah.
But Rob Zombie's reboot of Halloween, I thought was fantastic.
I like that more than the original, to be honest, because
Me too.
One thing that I love about the Rob Zombie's version of Halloween than John Carpenter's is Rob Zombie's look like it was shot on a 2008 camera. It doesn't look found footagey, but you could see the grain. It looks like a family member like had a VHS recording the whole thing instead of like a film crew. It looked home video-esque.
The thing I like about his reboot is that he gave more of a backstory to Michael Myers,
That is true too.
Which I know some people criticize it that it takes away some of the mystery. I think it grounded it more in reality because now it's like, well, he presented it as actual like mental illness, you know, things that people actually suffer from, which makes Michael Myers a realistic thing that can happen in his movie.
And that's one thing. It's like I think that's one of the reasons why psychologically people are so much more afraid of that than Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street, because take away the mask and the old school jail jumpsuit. If you just like put Michael Myers in regular clothing, his story happens every single fucking day.
Yeah,
like literally somewhere in this world, there's a guy playing Michael Myers in a monster shirt and a backwards Hurley hat somewhere in the United States of America.
In the world, really.
Yeah. But anyway, hello everyone. This turned into just I want to say the Basement Yard episode, but no one here knows what the Basement Yard is. If anyone here knows what the Basement Yard is,
this opening holds true to what we said this was going to be, because we were talking about Michael Myers. It's a story. It's called Halloween Legends. We're good.
That wasn't a Halloween Legends. He's the Halloween legend.
Yeah.
That was supposed to sound a little bit more gangster in my head, but it came out like a white guy. So, Chris, how's it going, man? I hope you're doing well. Just to let you know, Chris, I need to send the other Chris, the Chris with a K, a message. I won't be making it to Rock Island for the investigation this weekend due to a few reasons that I'm not going to say on here. I'll message you later after the episode. Won't be making it now. They're more than likely I want to make it, and I'm pretty sure I will be able to Broadwell Funeral Home. That's like 4.5 hours away. Just this being Halloween weekend, I want to take it chill. I also have some friends that are wanting to go to a local Scream park. It's a haunted house park with like 4 haunted houses in it. So we're gonna make a whole weekend like out of that and just have fun. So you guys have fun, kill it. I know you'll kill it. You guys are fucking awesome people. But yeah,
Make it a new ghost.
yes. Bailey Basinger. I don't know why I feel the need to like pop my lips every time I say that. Bailey Basinger. I don't know.
No comment.
Yeah. Popping lips. I promise you that's not a sexual activity. Unless the kids make it one. The kids in their slant terms are okay.
That's the earliest you've ever gotten that.
Yeah. Anyway, Stephen Kometz. I will see you November 15th. Mid-O.
Yes.
Mid-O community gathering. Where the hell is banners at? There they are. Extreme Ticketing. ExtremeTicketing.com. Mid-O community gathering with Rob, Sarah, Dave, Barry, Bianca. Special guests will be Emily and Ryan, Bill and Tanya, Jim and Faye. Never met them. They look like interesting people. And Eric Testerman, me, Batty with Brittany. Yeah, Batty with Brittany, 2 brothers, digging deeper. I hope I'm not missing anyone. I did not have
Isn't
this.
Paranormal Theory going to be there?
I said Emily and Ryan.
Oh.
That's Paranormal Theory. Yeah. But yeah,
I keep forgetting Emily's part of that.
Yeah, Ryan needs to fucking iron set in stone a companion, which I'm sure Emily is, but they've been jumping a lot of hoops past couple of years, which is I get it. I've rebranded my channel 3 times in the past 10 years. I get it. And Bailey Basinger will be there as well. So yeah. But anyway,
don't forget Sandy.
I said Sandy, didn't I?
No.
No? Oh, Sandy, I do apologize. The pickle herself. Which I know this is like random, but not because of her name. I found I had a friend buy some like just like dill pickles, like slices, spears, and she put them in my fridge, and I was never like a huge fan of pickles. And a couple nights ago, I was snacking and ran out of snacks. That was before I went shopping. I'm like, pickles. I've never ate a pickle straight. It's been years since I have, and I tried one and I like it. So
yeah, pickles are a really good snack. Especially dill, because bread and butter pickles suck.
Mine were kosher dill, which is what she bought.
Yeah, those are good.
I don't know. I feel like there's like 20 different types. Sorry,
there's a lot. Gherkins are really good.
The fuck did you just call me?
Gherkin. It's a type of pickle. Little ones.
I feel like that sounds like something that you would get arrested for. What did he do to you, sir? He gave me the gherkin. I don't know. Onto the that's an X-Acto knife. It's just gonna cut my eyeball open. But Sandra, love you, my friend. Okay, so jack-o'-lanterns. You carve them.
Before we do that,
no jack-o'-lantern. I'm kidding.
Should we give a little shout out to your shirt?
Oh, okay, yeah. So before we play what's coming up, I like how I did this and it blocked it even more with the mic. Okay. Okay. You can still hear me, right?
Sure.
Get Haunted. Fuck it. I can never do this right. Get Haunted. There we go. Get Haunted Midwest, brought to you by Chris Smith and me and Chris Cash and Ryan Schroeder. And in honor of Get Haunted Midwest already being a thing, but being a successful start nonetheless. Here is Chris Smith Scare 1.0.
Baby, we gon' get haunted. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Baby, we gon' get haunted.
That was such a fun night.
And
when we watched that, we thought for sure Rob threw his DR60. It was a K2, thankfully. Oh, Chris, perfect timing, bud.
Chris, we are giving Get Haunted Midwest a shout out. And here is courtesy of technically me, what you're about to watch, but also
why is it
Chris,
technically you and not just courtesy of you?
Because Chris helped. I'm just presenting this because of the camera was in my hands. And Chris said that
it's courtesy of you. You were filming Chris.
Chris said he got an angle of this too, but he said that mine's better. So here is Chris Smith jump scare on Rob 2.0.
Oh fuck, what's that?
I love the fact that like after all that stuff, he just tried to play it off. Like, you just made me kick my shit off. I'm like, you don't give a shit.
And there are so many times that Chris has scared Rob that we didn't capture on camera.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Hell, I'm not used to like when Chris knows like when the right time is, because that was my first time I ever seen that in person. So whenever I was just gonna chill there, like just filming like around where Rob was at, just see if I can catch like any shadows like following him. But the next thing you know, Chris's big head just walks in frame and goes, shh. I'm like, oh fuck. So
I mean,
yeah.
it's easy to scare Rob when you don't try, and then Chris goes in and tries and succeeds.
I've scared Rob a few times, like unintentionally. Like it'll be at
same.
like at an event or at a Paracon, and he'll be doing his own thing, like at the booth or whatever. And I'll walk up to ask him a question. I'll literally just like, "Hey, Rob," and out of nowhere, "Fuck you want?" I go, "Where you said you put the shirt somewhere?" And he goes, "What shirts?" And I go, "The blah 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 shirts." And he goes, "Oh yeah, they're in the truck." Oh, wait, I haven't told you they're in the truck. Yeah, they're in the truck. And then I go, "Thanks." As I'm walking away, he just goes, "Jesus Christ."
We were at I think it was Hillview Manor, but me and him were walking down the hall together, talking to each other. We walk into a room, and then we're just kind of standing there for a little bit. And he makes a comment on something, and I respond to it, and he jumped clear across the room. He completely forgot I was there. I'm like, what the hell are you scared? Like, we were just talking. What the hell's wrong with you?
You would think that for someone that was in the military and with the past jobs and life experiences that he has had, he would be more self-aware of his surroundings. Like he was a army what was he in the army, the artillery specialist. Between dealing with guns all the time, being a Tiger King, and God only knows what other like cautiously needed jobs that he's had in the past. But
He's had snakes, he's raised tigers and lions. Yes.
yeah,
For those of you who don't
So-
know, Rob used to raise lions and tigers.
yeah. You would think with all that experience in life, he would be more like I'm not saying that he needs to be manually. Like there's nothing to be afraid of with me or you or anybody else. But you would think throughout your lifetime doing all that stuff, subconsciously your brain would be trained to like do that. Like not trying to get dark here, but I was verbally, physically, and mentally abused and bullied by everyone but my parents for 18 years straight. Because of that,
And now he's
I
teased and bullied by everyone and Get Haunted.
yes, I I hyperanalyze everyone and everything. That's just how my brain works. I don't do that intentionally. So that's just how my brain was trained throughout my whole life. So you would think that Rob's brain would be like, I'm safe, I'm good.
What used to be really fun, when Kyle was part of Get Haunted, is Kyle didn't get scared easily, except by Rob. Rob scared the shit out of him all the time, and usually somebody would accidentally scare Rob, and then Rob getting scared would scare Kyle, and it was just absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, I didn't know that Kyle what wasn't a part of the Get Haunted for quite a while after he already left. Because like Rob, and this was before I would like I was a part of the crew too, and I won't say anything I don't need to say, but there were times where like Rob was like, "Oh, I can't wait for this random ass event up north," and just out of courtesy and just politeness, I texted a few people that I was texting at the time over a year ago, like, "Hey, have a safe drive." That was it. Have a safe drive, and then they just responded back, "Thank you." Conversation died there. Found out from Rob X amount of time ago. Yeah, these people haven't been a part of the crew for a while. I'm like, fuck. I wish you would have told me that because I didn't say anything I didn't need to. I was just being nice. I'm like, oh wait, I shouldn't have sent any of these texts to anybody, even though they were harmless. But still,
It
yeah,
happens.
yeah, it happens. But Ryan, doing well. I'm doing well. I told Chris, and I'll DM you more afterward, but just to make it short and sweet, dude. Halloween the weekend, and some of my friends here in the area, they're wanting to go to like some local haunted houses and the Scream Park. Won't be making it to Rock Island, so you guys are gonna kill it. You guys are awesome. But if you guys are coming to Broadwell Funeral Home, should be there. But just this event landing on Halloween weekend and me having some friends in the area that live and die by this stuff. We only get to do this like once a year. So I'm taking the opportunity to go hang out with them. But you guys have fun. But good Damien Smith is in the house. Good morning, gentlemen. You're not late. You're right on time. We haven't really set stone on what we're going to be talking about yet. But yeah. Do you want to get started on the actual myths and legends of
Sure.
I will let no, my head went to Jesus. I'll let Odin take the wheel or whatever the fuck.
All right. So, with Halloween being 2 days from now, we thought it'd be fun to kind of go over some of the myths and legends around Halloween and where some of what we do comes from. So, first thing we want to cover is jack-o'-lanterns. So,
You said you weren't starting there.
Did I say I wasn't starting there?
I mentioned it and you went not yet. You can start there if you want to. I don't care. I was giving you shit.
Okay.
I was
Anyway, jack-o'-lanterns. So, jack-o'-lanterns come from, well, the legend behind it comes from an old Irish tradition, and I'm actually going to read the story, because it's pretty short. On a chilly night in a quaint Irish village, a notorious drunkard named Stingy Jack resided. His infamy for trickery resonated through twisted alleys and dimly lit pubs, reaching far beyond the Emerald Hills. Even the devil heard whispers of his name. On one fateful night, the devil's burning curiosity drew him up from the dark, fiery depths. Sorry. drew him up from the dark, fiery depths to engage with Jack. Being a wily rogue with a taste for mischief, Jack invited the devil for a pint at a local pub. They savored the bitter ale as the moon climbed higher into the night sky. But when the bill arrived, stingy Jack, with a twinkle of deceit in his eyes, convinced the devil to morph into a shiny coin for payment. However, instead of settling the bill, Jack pocketed the coin next to a silver cross, trapping the devil.
Damn.
After an agonizing stint in Jack's pocket, the devil was finally freed under the condition that he would leave Jack untouched for a year. With no other choice, the devil begrudgingly agreed. As the seasons changed and the leaves turned, a year swiftly flew by, and the devil emerged from the shadows. Jack cleverly persuaded the devil to climb up a gnarled tree for a juicy crimson apple, one last treat before he goes to hell. Once he ascended, Jack swiftly etched a cross onto the rough bark, trapping the devil once more. This time, with a voice trembling with rage and despair, the devil vowed to leave Jack untouched for 10 more years. Yet fate had other plans, and Jack found himself facing death soon after. Heaven denied Jack entry for his sinful, mischievous life, and hell, still bound by the devil's vow, reluctantly did the same. Yet, with a mocking gesture, the devil tossed Jack a single burning ember from the fiery pits to light his way through the eternal darkness. With a flicker of his cunning, Jack hollowed out an old turnip, placed the ember within, and began his endless roam on Earth, marking the inception of the jack-o'-lantern. So, in you'd have
Sorry, I thought that was gonna be underneath your voice, but that just covered you up as a whole.
no.
I played a really like calm, creepy noise just to like build up the story, but like your audio just went out, so I guess I won't do that. I thought it was gonna like boost you up and like match the audios and like make it sound even more creepy, but your mic just got dumbed down. So I'm stopping that.
So in before coming to America and Halloween, people, the Celtic peoples, mainly Scottish and Irish, they would hollow out turnips and put candles in it instead of pumpkins because pumpkins don't exist in England. Well, didn't
Really?
at the time. Yeah.
Oh,
It wasn't until they came to America that they had pumpkins. In fact, specifically the what we call jack-o'-lantern pumpkins, the big orange ones, are native to the U.S. So they looked at that, and as Damien is saying, carving turnips is a pain in the ass, and carving a pumpkin is quite easy. So it's become pumpkins, and that has spread around the world that now you carve pumpkins on Halloween.
where did pumpkins come from then? Like, where do they get found? Like, how do they originate? Like, were they scientifically made, or were they
No.
just like, oh, here's a random
just-
garden with this creepy ass fruit?
It's a type of gourd. There are pumpkins in other parts of the world, but they're not well suited for carving and hollowing out. It's specifically the jack-o'-lantern pumpkin that orange pumpkin that we use to carve
Right.
jack-o'-lanterns in. That's a specific type of pumpkin that is very well suited for it.
Okay.
But that's not the type of pumpkin that you make pumpkin pie from. That's a different kind of pumpkin.
Oh, so like, oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's another myth that goes along with the carving jack-o'-lanterns, and that is that on Samhain or Halloween, the veil's at its thinnest, so they're spirits, good and bad, walking amongst us.
Mhm.
Carving a scary face into a turnip, now a pumpkin, and then lighting it is also a way to kind of try to scare off some of the spirits so they'd leave you alone.
Gotcha. Okay. I see. I knew that one. There's also, I'm not sure if it's a true myth or not. I had some friends tell me this. You can let me know, but apparently, the witching hour on Halloween night is even more powerful and even more thin of the veil. I'm not sure if that's true or not. So I've been told though. But
Yeah, so Samhain traditionally does. So we celebrate Halloween starts when October 31st starts, and it ends when November 1st starts.
the fuck?
How
Urine in a sealed vase is Ward of Witches. Urine in a sealed. How do you seal a vase? Like with wrap or something?
you
Yeah.
you cork it and put wax over it.
Oh, okay. I'd never heard of urine in a vase.
I
Okay.
have, but not for that purpose.
Is it sexual?
No.
Oh, okay. Then what is it?
I don't remember. It's in one of my occult books. I don't remember what it was used for. But
It would it would have been weird to hear that like in a Conjuring movie. It's like back in the day in 1980 something, Ed and Lorraine did this one thing where they had to piss in a vase and seal it. I'm like, okay, now I'm interested. I'm kidding. But
way
anyway,
to make it weird, Trevor.
that's what I'm here for.
What was I saying before we got sidetracked by urine?
Something about jack-o'-lanterns and I'm trying to think.
Hey, side chat. What the hell was I talking about?
Yeah. Fuck. Oh, Samhain at the Veil.
Hmm,
I asked.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we celebrate Halloween from midnight on October 31st until midnight November 1st. So, but traditionally Samhain is celebrated from sundown on October 31st until sundown on November 1st. So Samhain actually starts late in the day on Halloween. So that's when the veil starts
Okay.
at its thinnest. So if it's a progressive thing, then yeah, the witching hour would be about getting close to the midpoint. So that would be about when it's at its thinnest.
Okay.
And
I didn't know that.
it's a cyclical thing. So it's at its thinnest on Samhain. It's at its second thinnest 6 months before on May 1st, which is Beltane, which incidentally is the day I'm getting married next year.
Oh, what?
Yes, Tanya and I are getting
Well-
married on Beltane next year.
Is this the first time that you're telling the public about this?
I mean, we haven't kept it secret. We've been telling people, but yeah, I think this is the first time I said it publicly.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to be married on Halloween. She wanted to be married on a full moon. We'd have to wait until 2033 for that. So I'm like, well, Beltane is second best to Samhain. So
Yeah.
that Beltane and a full moon coincide next year. And it lines up with when her daughter gets out of high school, so it works.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'm proud of you. Not that you need my pride onto you, but but yeah.
Yeah, now I just need a bigger house.
If you are on mobile right now watching, send clapping emojis in chat. That is worth a clap. Good shit, dude. Can I show up and like randomly hit a buzzer?
No, because you're not invited.
That's fair.
But to be fair, nobody's invited.
Yeah, I don't. Well, actually, I would travel as long as you don't travel further north. If you had your wedding like hypothetically in like Maine or something, I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, honestly, we don't know where we're getting married yet. We have a couple places in mind. Some of them are in New York. Some of them are in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
But both of us have been married before, neither one of us want a big wedding. So we're literally just going to do like a hand fasting ceremony with just me, her, and her kids.
Hand fasting?
Yeah, so it's an old pagan tradition.
Okay.
So it's where the phrase tying the knot comes from, because you literally tie your hands together.
Oh, okay. I'm surprised you don't have like a tattoo as a wedding band instead of an actual ring. Or is that what you're gonna do?
I don't know what we're gonna do because neither one of us like wearing rings. So
Okay.
w-
Fair
yeah,
enough.
which was great because that meant that engagement ring I could go really cheap.
Hell, not that this is something that you have to do. It's just it's a good idea for knowing how you guys like all the tattoos and stuff. Hypothetically, you could go to the convent, and I have a good friend of mine. She's a bartender, and we talk a lot and shit. And her husband on like this part of your hand, whatever the side, back, whatever.
Mhm.
She has till death, and he has do us part, and that's their ring.
So I don't have a picture of it readily available. So when I proposed, which I proposed to her on a ghost hunt.
Which one? Well, was it a Get Haunted one?
No, Get Haunted wasn't a thing yet. It,
Oh,
it was
okay.
it was a local ghost hunt. We were at um uh the Stegmeyer Mansion in Wilkes-Barre. And
I don't know what any of those words are, but I will take your word for it.
so I proposed, and I had the ring box was a custom made box. It was a coffin. On the front, it said "Not even in death do us part." And then when you open it, I had a silicone severed finger with the ring on it.
Damn, you have that charisma, my guy. I'm not sure if I'm not sure if that's charisma or intent of other things, but either
I
way,
I I jokingly told her it was my ex-wife's finger.
next thing you know, you're gonna be wearing her fucking rib cage as a corset or something.
It's funny you should say that.
What, guys? I think I have Ed Gein
Very
on this goddamn
very
podcast.
very shortly after we started dating, um, I was just kind of like rubbing her shoulders because her shoulders were sore. And I'm like, wow, you have really nice skin. I can't wait to wear it.
Oh, that's not that bad. I say that to my ex all the time. Me and my ex are friends now, so like yeah, that's fine. I think the most fucked up thing that I've said to her, which she was the only one that actually like had that like dark sense of humor, like we all do. Um, uh, one time she made, and for those wondering and watching after the fact, this is all jokes. This is just how our humor is. We we came home from work one random day, and she had a horrible fucking day, and she jokingly said, "I know where our gun is, and I'm gonna fucking kill myself." And I looked at her dead in the face, and I said, "If you do, could I turn your skull into one of those like blasted skulls with like hooks and shit on it?" And she goes off on me. She goes, "Is that where your fucking mind went?" And I looked at her dead in the face, and this is probably why I'm single. I looked at her dead in the face, and
Yeah,
then
that's why.
I looked at her dead in the face, and then I went, "Hey, pause. It's not that serious." A man has questions. Why can't a man has to have hobbies, you know? And what are those things called? The blasted skulls or bombed skulls or whatever the fuck they're called?
Oh,
The ones with all the hooks and wires on them and shit.
yeah, exploded
Yeah.
view.
Ex ex exploded s
It
lo
exploded something.
exploded wait, I spelled exploded wrong.
Yeah, I can't do anything with
Exploded
Tanya's skull. Her kids already claimed it.
It's an exploded skull. Yeah. If you if you can't have her skull, what would you take then?
Oh, I'm taking her skin and making a Ouija board out of it. Come on.
What would you call it? Just don't be bland. Just call it skin board or whatever. You gotta have like a you have to have like a cutesy name or a creepy name for her, right? Don't get jealous now, bitch.
if-
We're
if-
already here.
If
Not jealous.
if I want to make sure she haunts me for the rest of my life, I'll call it the Tanya board. Because she hates when people pronounce her name Tanya.
Just spell it normally Tanya, but uppercase the N to make it. Everything is lowercase except the middle N.
Her name gets mispronounced so many different ways. So it's Tanya.
Yeah,
He hates Tanya, but she'll answer to Tanea.
Okay, I don't get that one. I genuinely don't understand how people get that out of that.
That was actually a funny one because we went somewhere and she got a coffee and they called her up and they pronounced it Tanea. I just sat there and laughed.
Dude,
Tawanda, she's been called.
She ain't black. Sorry,
I
like,
know.
that's just
Last Christmas, her mother called her Tanyu. That's her mother. She picked the name to begin with.
Half of these names are
They don't
sound
make
like
any sense.
Yeah.
It's become a thing.
I'll be honest. Other than just simply knowing how to say Tanya, my best friend from high school, I still talk to this day. I would die for this fucking man. His mom that I saw all my life, her name's Tanya. So whenever you said before I met her in person at Phantasmicon years and years ago, he's like, "Hey, Tanya is here," and my brain immediately went to that's Adam's driver's mom's name, and that's just how I related it. But to not, I'm gonna think of a name you haven't said yet that sounds similar, and just like the next time I see her at Mid-O, I guess, and just be like, see, Tinya.
Yeah, go for it. It's become as long as it's not Tanya, she'll answer to it. She doesn't care. She used to work in a nursing home and none of the people got her name right, so she just answered to anything that started with a T.
As far as Tanya goes, does she hate it because of how it sounds or because of the backstory behind how she got it?
It's a thing amongst people with that name. So there is every Tanya I've ever met, I was very particular about how the name is spelled and how it's pronounced because there's different ways.
It's like fucking Haley, like 20 different ways to spell Haley. But continue.
Yeah. So yeah, they're all, their way is it has to be right. They get really particular about it. I don't know. It's something with people who have that name. Weird.
Hell, I've been called, well, obviously Trevor, Travis, Trey, Tyler,
Asshole.
and yeah, and oddly enough, there is a story behind this next one. It's not that funny, but it's kind of a weird type of thing. Tyrone. Now we'll explain. Long story short, because there are words in this story I cannot say. Like, actually, up until about 4 months ago, one of my best friends in the area, he's a big DJ in the area, and he used to work at a nightclub that I mean him would go to every weekend for about 8 months because I was his cameraman. He would pay me to be his cameraman because he would film for music videos and stuff. He quit from that nightclub, so I haven't done anything with him since, but that's not the point. One night, we were at the nightclub, and he was doing his DJing thing, and I was behind the booth messing with camera gear, minding my own business. some black guy. I say a black guy because I don't know who he was. He comes up and goes, hey, Lando. That was his name. Mind if I request a song? Sure. What's your song? He gives him a song. Cool. This guy looks back at me. Goes, Lando, what's he doing? He goes, oh, that's my cameraman. He goes, okay, cool. He scoots behind him and he comes over here and talks to me. I'm like, hey, man, how's it going? And he goes, good. So what you doing? I explained what I was doing. I said a lot. It's pointless here. And he goes, cool. He goes, and what's your name? And I go, my name is Trevor. And he looks at me and goes, your name's what now? I thought he's gonna fucking hit me. He got in my face. I'm like, I said, my name's Trevor. I thought he was drunk and about to be like belligerent or something. Like, my name's Trevor. He looks at me and goes, nah, man, you can't have that name in here. This is a nightclub. Your name Tyrone. And I go, okay. And then I go, Lando, I need through. At the end, he goes, all right, man, you're gonna have to back off and let my cameraman through. And he goes, yeah, no problem at all. He goes to walk off. Halfway down the stairs, he looks back at me, screams. 20 people in front of the DJ booth hear him. He goes, just remember, the N-word. Just remember your name Tyrone in this bitch. And I go, I'm scared. And Lando goes, yeah, same here. So that was something that actually happened. And we continued to go into that nightclub for another 3 months. Never saw him again. But that was a very odd encounter. So I tell people, and people around town, they want to hear that story. People on here don't. That's why I took a lot of information out of that story. But technically, I was Tyrone for one night.
Back to Halloween.
Sorry. Yeah. And it's a funny story in hindsight, but yeah.
Way off topic.
I know. My friends back here at home laugh their asses off at that story every single time. But for people on here that don't know me or my hometown well, it makes no sense. But that story is very true. Me and the DJ were very confused. But anyway, jack-o'-lanterns are indigenous to the U.S. You should not make pumpkin pie. The pumpkin pie, do they come from just gourds and they just call it pumpkin because it's Halloweeny, or do they actually come from pumpkins?
Well, all pumpkins are gourds.
Okay. Does pumpkin pie come from like shaped like pumpkins, or do they come from like a regular like slim gourd-esque thing? I don't know what all gourds look like. I'm trying to make the best of this. I'm guessing you're going to share your screen here in a bit.
Yeah, because I don't remember what they're called. So, sugar pumpkins. Sugar pumpkins are what they use for pumpkin pies.
Can you be my sugar pumpkin, Bill?
No.
I had to. They reminded me of that old time. Did you ever have a Motorola Razr?
I don't believe so.
Okay, there was a bass ringtone on those old phones where this like grandma was singing, "You're my sugar plum, pumpkin in my that reminded me of that. Anyway, roasted pumpkin seeds with chili flakes is a great snack. Okay.
I have not done it with chili flakes. I've tried a bunch of them before. I have not done chili flakes.
I'm weird. I don't like seeds.
Sugar pumpkins are the smaller, rounder ones.
Oh, those don't even have any creases in them. It looks like it just looks like almost like a perfect circle.
Yeah. Some of them will have little creases, but the reason they're not used for like jack-o'-lanterns is because of how thick the rind is.
Oh, okay.
Because that's what they pull out to make the stuff for pumpkin pie. whereas the jack-o'-lantern pumpkins have a thinner rind, which you don't get a lot out of, and it doesn't taste as good.
Gotcha.
That's why those are for jack-o'-lanterns and these are for pie.
Speaking of No Creases, A Perfect Circle. They're going back on tour.
Cool.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh, I'm not sure about album, but they're going back on tour.
We might be going to see Motionless in White in a couple weeks.
One band I hope you enjoy, but I saw them live once and I don't like their music.
Well, they're from here.
Yeah, they're from Massachusetts or Pennsylvania. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw them in Massachusetts. Whenever I was on my trip to Salem with a friend, but they, in my opinion, they're an emo band that just hasn't changed much. Like Scoring the End of the World, that whole album, it just sounds like they're just trying too hard to be Cry for Me, I'm emo. Like, take for an example, MCR, Crown the Empire, and I'm sure a lot of other ones. They have emo roots, but they don't sing about that at all. They're
I don't
just
think you're talking. I don't think you know who we're talking about, because Motionless in White is nowhere close to emo.
I would beg to differ. Like Another Life, Masterpiece, Werewolf, Chris
They're not
Motionless.
emo.
No, I'm not saying those specific songs are, but like they have a lot of emo-esque songs. A lot.
No, you're wrong.
Maybe your definition of emo and my definition of emo are too different. Because like I see
they're straight up metalcore.
Well, that's what a lot of what emo rock is.
No.
Like
emo's a completely different thing from metalcore. You need to go Google what emo is and not on the podcast, on your own time.
Like, to me, emo rock is just what you sing about.
And no, that's a genre. That's a whole genre.
Well, I grew up as far as like early 2000s. I grew up with like Crown the Empire, Motionless in White, and MCR, and Bless the Fall. All those bands, they have like a metalcore sound, but all of their lyrics and their meaning behind all their songs is boo-hoo, I'm depressed, I want to kill myself. And people call that emo rock.
No, emo rock is My Chemical Romance, Fall Out Boy, Jimmy Eat World, Taking Back Sunday.
Yeah, that's also, yeah.
That's not even close.
Lyrically wise, like what the meaning is behind
But that doesn't matter. It's a musical style, not just a lyric style.
I know, but what I'm saying is that Motionless in White, for the most part, it's all about like depressive shit, which I support. I just don't like their sound.
Can we get back to Halloween?
This is a whole other topic that we could talk about off the show. Okay. This is going to be a never-ending battle. What is emo rock would be between us? But anyway, yes, back to Halloween.
All right, let's talk about guising.
Excuse me?
Guising. So guising is the old practice that eventually became dressing up in costumes and trick-or-treating.
What does guising mean? I'm guessing you're about to tell me. But
what, like disguise? Guising?
Oh, my brain went to geyser, but like guising, I'm like, you're shooting something? But disguise. Okay.
So it all stems from the fact that on Samhain, the veil is at its thinnest. So spirits can walk amongst us. And because there's both good spirits and bad spirits, you still want to kind of be safe from the bad spirits. So you would dress up in something scary to pretend to be a spirit so that they would leave you alone thinking you're just another spirit. And then that eventually evolved into, people would give offerings to the spirits to appease them so that they wouldn't cause any trouble. So some of the kids who were dressed up as spirits would go to houses hoping to get snacks and treats and stuff for so that they don't cause problems. And that's where trick-or-treating comes from. And trick or treat is, the trick is we're going to cause problems, or you can give us a treat and then we go away. So that's where the whole trick-or-treating thing came from. And that that evolved over a long time to be, it went from trying to protect yourself from spirits to now we have kids running around dressed as Power Rangers coming up and asking for candy.
Now they cause trouble and get treats.
No, I think it's still either or. You're either trick-or-treating and enjoying it, or you're out there causing trouble.
You know what we so someone should just like walk up to a house, like someone should have an empty bowl, like it never gets filled. Trick or treat, no candy, sorry. Just watch the kid pout and walk off. Like the Grinch of Halloween.
I'm more interested in the kids coming up and me scaring the shit. Better yet, the adults. When I scare the shit out of the adults that are with them, that's even better.
Have you ever done this? Have you ever did this whole like dress up as Freddy and not Freddy, Jason?
No, this is the first year as Jason, but I have done like full costumes with like masks and whatnot to just kind of like blend in with my other decorations and scare kids. The only time I have ever felt bad about scaring a kid, there is this, she must have been like 3 or 4 years old. She was dressed as a unicorn, and I had a rule: if they're under 7, I'm not going to scare them. Or if they look like, or if they look like they're going to cry, I'm not going to scare them. This is supposed to be fun, not traumatizing.
Yeah.
So, like, okay, we're not going to try to scare her. But just my decorations in and of themselves made her, by the time she got to down my driveway to where the candy was, she was crying. So she got her candy, and then her dad had to like carry her back out to the road to go down to the next house.
How long is your driveway?
About 70, 80 feet. So I line my driveway with all my decorations, and then at the end of the driveway, near my porch is where we have the candy. So they have to walk through all the decorations to get there.
Are you on flat land or do you go up a hill?
Up a hill. It's not much of a hill, but up a hill.
Okay, fair. That's fair.
The funniest scare I've gotten on Halloween wasn't even a person; it was a dog.
So I can only imagine that.
This is. I literally scared the shit out of the dog. It got so scared it shit and ran. I'm not even kidding. This family shows up. They're walking up the driveway. The whole way they're dragging the dog. The dog is shaking. They get up to where the candy is. The kids are picking the candy, and the dog shits, wiggles out of his leash, and ran down the driveway.
Oh my God.
And the father goes running after the dog, and the mother's like, "I am so sorry. We live in the neighborhood, and he's fine. He has no issue with your house any time of the year. But when you put your decorations out and we go for a walk, he has to go to the far side of the street. He's terrified of your house when you have your decorations up." And like, and you dragged him down my driveway. What's wrong with you? But I literally scared the shit out of him. It was so funny. And she's apologizing. I'm like, no, this is a great story. I'm going to tell everybody.
Have I ever told the story on the podcast about the naked guy, but it was a dog story?
Yes.
We
talked about that recently.
Oh, all right. Yeah. I was gonna tell that story because it kind of ties into a dog, but never mind. But or I could retell the cop story from last year.
Go ahead. That was fun.
Okay. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, this is gonna be kind of a long story, but hang in there. So this was I don't remember what night it was. Was it a Thursday or a Friday?
It was some night during the week.
Yeah, let's just say for the sake of it, it was a Thursday night. So one Thursday night, I do laundry at a speed wash because the speed wash is literally a block away behind my apartment. If I open up my back window, I can see the back of speed wash. The drive there is 20 seconds. So I go do I wash my clothes and then I set a timer and I drive 10 seconds home and wait half an hour. Well, timer ended and it was about 9 p.m. Timer ended. I was like, okay, I gotta go back to the speed wash and put everything in the dryer. As I was leaving, there was a sheriff, and my apartment complex. You enter my apartment through like a main door, like it's like flats in like an L shape. So like, it's like this with a parking lot here, then the road. So like, if you pull up in front of my apartment, you're also in front of like 5 other apartments. I leave my apartment's door, and there was a sheriff just in the middle of the parking lot. No lights on, no nothing. I'm like, huh, weird. I was about to get my car, and the sheriff rolls down the window and goes, "Hey, sir, hey, sir." I go, "Yes. How may I help you, officer?" He goes, "Come over here." I'm like, "All right, cool." And he goes, "You're not in trouble." I'm like, I know." And I go, "What do you need?" And he goes, "Do you know everyone that lives in this little complex here?" And I go, "I don't know anyone. I don't talk to a lot of people here." And he goes, "Okay, well," and he pauses for like 5 seconds and he goes, "Well, you know, man, I've been doing this job for 25 years. I'm nearing retirement, 7 years away." I go, "Congratulations, sir." And he goes, "Thanks. You know, I thought I'd seen it all." And in my head, I'm like, "Where is he going with this?" And he goes, "I thought I'd seen it all. And there's days to wish I had already seen it all. But tonight was the first after 25 years." I'm like, "First for what?" And he goes, "Go over there, get out your flashlight, and look in that trash can." I'm like, "Excuse my language, sir, but what the fuck? What?" And he goes, "Go look in the trash can." I'm like, "For the sake of legal purposes or whatever, can I take a picture?" And he goes, "Yeah, I don't care what you do. Just go look in that trash can." And by trash can, he meant the dumpster that we all use. I'm like, Okay. And he goes, "I will wait here." And I go, "Okay." I go behind his car, look in the dumpster, and from the belly button down of what looked to be a female, and I'll just be honest, doggy position, was this half of a female in a trash can. And I verbally said, "How in the fuck did someone get her in there without a fight?" And he goes, "Look closely." So I kind of like bend my head up and look in, and I noticed how on the feet and the knees, because they were like at an even level, the feet and the knees had screws bolted into them with what looked to be plywood torn off and pieced to it. And there was a hole in the thing. And I closed the lid, went back over to the officer, and I said, "Sir, is that what I think it is?" And he goes, "Yep, that's a sex toy." And I go, "Oh, um, okay." And he goes, "Yep, that's what I said too." And I go, "So how did all of this come full circle?" And he goes, "Because one of your neighbors don't know who, don't really care, called 911 saying there is a girl, more specifically, a dead girl, face down, ass up in the ditch. And I go, oh, okay. At this point, I'm holding back laughter because I don't know if I should laugh about that in front of a cop. I never talked to a sheriff about this. And I go, oh, okay. And he said, yep. And I go, and the cop says, legally, if we hear the word dead in any sentence, doesn't matter what is said, legally, we have to investigate. And I go, that makes sense. And he goes, yeah. So I come over here, park right here. Don't take any gloves or anything. He just like walked down into the ditch, goes to ring in more officers, but he hesitated and like went to his car to get some like medical gloves or whatever, like detective gloves or whatever. And then goes down into the bush and like just shoves it with his fingers, and he found out that it was just the lower half of a fake woman. And
'Cause that's all you need, apparently.
yeah, he had to put on larger gloves. He said carry it out of the ditch to avoid further calls about a dead woman. And he threw this fake woman into the dumpster. And he said about 10 minutes later, I walked out. Yep. And then me and the cop had a little conversation about that. And he even said, do you have a Ring camera? And I said, I don't. This isn't a bad neighborhood. I live in a good part of town. I don't have a Ring camera. And he looks at me and goes, dang, if you would have caught that on film, you would have went viral. And before he said that, but before he says, damn, if you would have caught that on film, he had turned on his car and put it in drive. So the car was running. So as he went, damn, you could have went viral. As soon as he said that, not a second later, have a good day, drove off. And I was still in shock. So he was down the road, and I was still in the middle of our parking lot just going, oh, okay.
And then I get a phone call from Trevor. He's like, dude, you're never going to believe this.
I went to speed wash, changed it from washer to the dryer, got in my car because in the washer's only like a 20-minute wash or dry. Got in my car, called Bill, and he goes, "Hey, I'm gonna put you on speaker because I'm doing Tanya's hair." I'm like, "Okay." She's gonna love this too.
Right.
She's gonna love this too. And he goes, "You have to tell this on our Halloween episode." This was over a year ago now. So yeah.
Yeah, that was.
And it was yours, wasn't it? No, I'm not that desperate. I will admit there have been low points in my life in the past 2 years that like I've considered that, but no, I'd never actually commit. It's just
No, Bailey, it wasn't his, but it is now.
yes, I disinfected it with Lysol.
That's it? Just Lysol?
Not even the spray. I just wiped it down with those cheap ass wipes.
All right.
But no.
So Trevor has an STD now. I get it.
Yeah, it'd be like that. I got that Gonorrhea herpes.
So Ryan had a good question.
What is your guys' favorite thing about Halloween? Honestly, as far as the lore or like personally in my life, because this is like a podcast about the lore. So are you talking about like history of Halloween?
I think he's referring to just like the holiday. What do we like about it?
I used to like the fact that Halloween was like a worldwide event in my eyes. Like it was something that I built up to as soon as October hit. Movies every day, spooky season, and then the closer I got, the more I dressed up, and then haunted houses. and then which once again, I don't take back anything of what I'm about to say. I wouldn't leave any of this for the world. But at the time, in my middle school to high school years, that was what I look forward to, is horror movies and ghost adventures every single day, and doing like one haunted house every other week. Then Halloween was like a huge Halloween party. But then I got out of high school, then I got out of college, and then that's when I discovered like I like paranormal investigating and traveling, and I made like what get haunted embodies, community and traveling. I incorporated that into who I am. That's not just something that I do; it's what I am. So after Halloween being my everyday now, Halloween itself, October 31st, to me is just a day of relaxation. Like I will gladly dress up if I'm given a reason to. Like tomorrow night's that Halloween virtual party. If I can make it, I'll dress up and do something. But nowadays, if Halloween has gone from a spectacle to now the spectacle in my eyes is like big events with Get Haunted and traveling and doing things all year round, spookiness. Halloween now to me is just a night to where I can throw on a hoodie, jeans, grab a friend, go to Talon Falls, which Talon Falls in my area is a scream park. There's 4 haunted houses in one park. It takes like hours to go through. Throw on something comfy and then have fun and just be in the moment. So it went from a spectacle to comfy decompression. And I would take either or. Just it just went from one type of comfy to another type of comfy. So just life moved on, new pathways found me, and I've evolved my Halloween in something more comfortable. So yeah.
For me, I mean, horror movies are an all year thing. The inside of my house is decorated for Halloween all year long.
Yep.
The outside of my house, I have some decorations that are up all year long because like my 12-foot skeleton, he's not coming down. He's 12-foot skeleton. He's not coming down. there's just too much skeleton there.
Do you have them like hooked in with cords and wires, or do
Yeah.
you have them like into the ground? Oh,
Both.
okay.
Both.
Both. Okay.
Yeah. No, so I guess I love decorating for Halloween. But I think my favorite part is, the trick or treating. I love handing out candy to the kids. I love seeing their faces when I literally have people come from all over the eastern part of Pennsylvania and southern New York to come see my house.
Really?
Yes, people travel to come see my house. So it's not to the level that I would love it to be at, because it takes a lot of time, a lot of money, and these last 2 years, most of my time and money have been going into
The museum.
paranormal stuff, the museum, and Get Haunted and all that.
No.
So I had the last 2 years, I haven't done as much as I normally do. Plus, some of my decorations, I've been using them for years, and they're starting to fall apart. They need to be either rebuilt or repaired, and I just haven't had time to do it. But yeah, if I could, like, my house would be a haunted house, like a haunted attraction. Growing up, there was a guy in my town who went balls to the wall for Halloween, eventually had his kids dress up and be actors on the property, and then he got some of the neighbor kids to do it as well, and it became a free haunted attraction that you can go to, and it was just a guy's house. I'm like, this is what I wanted. I want my house to be this. And so that's the end goal. So yeah, I love that aspect of Halloween probably the most. Now, Samhain, the actual like pagan holiday, that's a different thing, because once trick-or-treating is over, Samhain begins for me. And that's, we do rituals, we do experiments with the paranormal, and one of the rituals that we do every year. So Samhain is a day to remember your ancestors. So we do a ritual offering, not only to our ancestors, but we do one for the spirits who don't have anybody to remember them. So
Yeah.
we do that every year. And then this year, we're going to try a special little experiment. I have a Vincent Price Ouija board. I have a Vincent Price cookbook. I have a Vincent Price death mask. We are going to try to contact Vincent Price on Halloween.
Misfits, right?
No.
No,
Actor.
I don't. Oh,
So
wait.
House on Haunted Hill, House of Wax, Pit and the Pendulum.
Okay. I know House of Wax.
He is the guy who did the speaking part of Thriller that
Oh,
Darkness Falls across the land.
yeah.
The Midnight Hour
Okay.
is close at hand. Yeah, that's Vincent Price.
Okay.
He is iconic horror actor from the 60s and 70s.
Gotcha.
So yeah, we're gonna try to contact Vincent Price.
I'm curious. Speaking of horror actor, one of my favorite actors, hardly anyone in the horror scene knows her because she's very niche. I'm curious if you could tell me. I'm gonna say your name.
Okay.
I'm curious if you can tell me what movie she's from and more specifically who she plays.
Okay.
Naomi Watts.
She was in I Know What You Did Last Summer.
That's not the movie that I was thinking of, but I'll take that.
Yeah, I know who Naomi Watts is.
Oh, okay. I was going for more The Ring, The Mom in the Ring.
Hmm.
But the movie, what you did last summer is a great one too. Just not a
I think it
fan
was
favorite.
I think it was, I Know What You Did Last Summer that she was in.
I'm pretty sure you're right on that. Let me look it up. I'm not very familiar with that movie. I've seen it. Just Naomi Watts. I wish she was still doing horror, but she's not.
You know what? I'm thinking of Nev Campbell. Never mind.
Yeah, she's not in. I know what you did last time. It was a great movie, and I remember there a blonde being in there. I took your word for it. But no, she's The Ring and The Ring 2.
Yeah.
Was-
I haven't watched those in a long, long time.
That's my favorite non-found footage horror. Which some argue that The Ring is a found footage horror. It's not. The VHS tape that you play whenever you die is a found footage.
It's found footage in a horror.
Exactly. It's not a found footage horror because found footage in and of itself, the whole movie being found footage, you would have to have no context, no dates being referenced to, at least in the future. You can reference a date that's already has been passed. And it's got to be raw and uncut. Once you get done with the VHS tape, it goes into full cinematic scene. So that's not a VHS film.
My favorite horror movie, I just got to see on the big screen for the first time, and that's the 1931 Dracula. Last Friday.
Yeah. Is that Bram Stoker's? Okay, yeah.
So that's Bela Lugosi playing Dracula. And, yeah, that's they had that in the local theater. They showed it Friday night, so we went to see that. It was so great to see it on the big screen.
Have you ever seen Bram Stoker's Dracula on the big screen?
The one with Gary Oldman playing Dracula?
Yeah.
No, I don't think I've seen it on the big screen, but I've definitely watched that movie at least a dozen times.
Okay. That's my favorite Dracula movie ever.
That's my second favorite. The 1931 slightly wins over it.
Because I have a friend that's really into horror, and she likes like new age, like cinematic, like revamps. Because she likes all the crazy effects mixed with like the old stories. And I'm like, and I get it. I respect that. I forced her one night. It was the only way to get her to fucking watch it. But we got drunk at my place, and I'm like, hey, while you're drunk, I don't give a fuck if you watch the story or not. You already know what Dracula is. I'm gonna turn on Bram Stoker's, and I just want you to see the look and the feel of it. And I just tell me if you fucking like it. She had a stank face the whole time, like just a. I'm like, okay. She goes, you like this? I'm like, it's the same story that you know, just older and more goth. And,
Out of all of the Dracula movies that have been made, that one is the one that's closest to the book.
exactly. And I've never read the book. I don't like books. I wish I had that attention span, but
I very rarely read.
Yeah.
But Bram Stoker's Dracula is a book that I've read 6 times.
Yeah. The amount of books I have read in full is sad. It's sad. It's
And
only
I have
4.
every intention on reading it again next week.
Just randomly.
I do a lot of nowadays I do a lot of audiobooks because I have an hour-long drive to work. So I have to go into work every day next week. So that's 10 hours right there of driving. So yeah, I'm gonna go through Dracula again.
I haven't seen Interview with the Vampire in so long. I don't remember it.
Don't care for Interview with the Vampire.
It's just
the only movie from Anne Rice that I really liked was Queen of the Damned.
that's a great one.
Yeah, and an amazing soundtrack.
Interview with the Vampire, to me, from what I remember, it's too. I know this is a very weird way to describe this, but it's too laid back. There's not much.
It's too soap opera.
Yes, that's probably a lot better way of explaining it. Yeah, it's you're waiting every time a huge dramatic thing happens. It's so nonchalant, and nonchalant mixed with Dracula or vampires in general just doesn't mix well in my eyes. It's just whenever a vampire does this thing or bites someone or does vampire things, I want to see like this huge like dramatic like action that right. Yeah, not much of that in there. It's just not for me. I've watched it in full. Yeah. The best book I have is Dracula Illustrated is by Greg. I'm not going to try to say that last name. Story by Bram Stoker.
Hildebrandt. Yeah,
Hildebrandt.
I don't own that book, but I've seen it, and those illustrations are really, really good.
Yeah. What's your favorite vampire movie in general? Doesn't have to be Dracula based. If it has fangs in it, then what's your favorite one? Or not favorite, but one we haven't talked about.
I'm not going to count Dracula because we've already talked about the 1991 and the 1931 Dracula. So those are my 2 favorite. But non-Dracula vampire movies, my favorite would be Underworld.
That's the only correct answer. Yes. That was what made
Underworld.
my dad...
Underworld would be a perfect movie if they made one change.
What's that?
The vampire werewolf hybrid is the lamest thing I've ever seen. Other than that, the movie is perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Me and my dad, because my dad and I grew up on Lord of the Rings, X-Men original box set, and Underworld, and Secondhand Lions, but hey brother, but the escapees from prison. It's not horror.
Brother, we're out though.
Yes, thank you. I grew up on all that stuff. Underworld was like our go-to because my dad does not like horror-based movies like The Conjuring, supernatural-esque movies. He just can't watch them. It's got to be some sort of like action horror, Underworld, Blade, etc., etc. Underworld, watching that, as a kid and growing up. We were on the boat a couple days ago, or not a couple days ago, a couple months ago on the river. We got talking about childhood and old horror and shit. And my dad looks at me, and he's not wrong, but also I don't think it would have made that huge of a deal considering it's already all kind of fantasy. My dad he looked at me and goes, "Hey, do you know what would be cool if they added into to Underworld? Because like vampires also have like the sixth sense to know like what's coming." And he goes, "Do you know what would be cool if they would have added?" I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "Do you remember the movie Wanted where they can bend the bullets in assassinations?" I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "What if they could bend the silver bullets around the corners and the only vampires that died were the ones that were slow or not good enough?" And I go, "That wouldn't have added a whole lot, but that would have been a cool little feature."
Yeah.
Like imagine like down in the sewer or like up from like a tower. You can't see them, but you hear them and you can see their blood through like the walls, and you just and you curve a bullet up into like a fucking that'd be so cool.
All right. So Damien's gonna shift us from vampires to werewolves. American Werewolf in London is a great movie. I just watched that again recently. That's really, really good.
Don't hate me. I've never seen it.
You should. It's a really good one.
I don't
It's
well,
it's one of the better werewolf transformations.
I can't even tell you a movie with werewolves that I've watched other than Underworld. Like a werewolf centered movie, I couldn't tell you.
So one of my favorite werewolf movies is Ginger Snaps. That's a really good
I
werewolf
don't
movie.
even think I've seen that. I'm gonna look up
That
just werewolf movies.
that's a good one. The Howling is a good one. That's from the 80s. The original Wolfman is amazing. The remake of Wolfman was fantastic. Like the first remake. The newer remake was pretty good, but not as good as the other two. The best, well, I'll put it this way. My favorite werewolf transformation is from the TV show Hemlock Grove. That's my favorite werewolf transformation. It's
Yeah,
brutal.
I don't count Van Helsing either because that's also like a thing. The only werewolf movie I have ever seen, I know I've seen, I just don't remember a whole lot of it, is Bad Moon.
That's a good one too.
But that was in '96. I think I watched it whenever I was like 12. Like I know the cover. I saw the cover and I remember that. I just don't remember a lot about it. But Bad Moon. So Bad Moon, Van Helsing, and Underworld's really the only werewolf based movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, I would recommend Ginger Snaps. That was really good.
Oddly enough, that one's not even popping up on werewolf movies.
Dog Soldiers was weird. It was good, but it was weird.
As you say that, I saw like the cover art for it. That looks like such a budgeted movie. It's not even.
It is very much a B movie, but it's one of those B movies that is such a B movie. It's kind of enjoyable to watch. Yeah.
I can't. Dog Soldiers. What the fuck? What is it? The American Werewolf in Paris. That cover art looks like a giant monkey.
The American Werewolf in Paris is not as good as the American Werewolf in London. Although it's still a good movie. It's just not as good as in London.
Apparently, Dark Shadows is a werewolf movie.
Yeah, there's werewolves in Dark Shadows.
Okay, just by the cover, the movie Howl looks good. Don't know if it is.
Howl is pretty good.
There's werewolves in Trick or
All right.
Treat.
Okay. So, yes, there is. Since we're talking werewolves, let's plug our friend Brian Paone, whose new book came out last month, and it's called Howlers, and it is about a werewolf movie.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I haven't finished reading it yet, so I don't want to talk about the storyline and give anything away or anything, but it's kind of a mockumentary kind of thing where it's a book written about a fake movie, and it's all interviews with
Okay.
the people who helped make the movie, but it was a werewolf movie. Um,
Okay.
yeah, I haven't finished it yet. It's pretty good. So, and Brian Payone's friend of ours, so got to plug him.
Yeah. I would have shouted him out on Facebook or something if I would have known that. But yeah, my Facebook, sometimes I think I have too many friends on Facebook, so there's a lot of stuff I'm sure I don't see. But
I have more friend requests on Facebook than actual friends on Facebook.
I'm actually curious. Not that I I have. I'm mainly just if you have more. If I see my mutual friend count is like 40 or above, I just add you.
I only add people if I've actually talked to them.
Okay, see, I'm the opposite. Cause like I talk to a lot of people, and if I ever like meet someone and they're nice, then I'm like, hey, you want to be friends? Cool, we already are, awesome. But if not, I'll just like, hey, my name is Trevor. Well, what's your name? They'll tell me, and if we end up just if they end up just being a dog shit person, I just unfriend them. But I have 808 friends, and requests is see all 182 people that are just sitting there.
If anybody's wondering why I'm covering my face,
I was wondering why are you so
my-
fucking red, dude? Jesus Christ!
my dog came up and he's laying down here by my feet and he's ripping ass and he smells so bad.
Oh, your nose looked redder than what it would usually. I thought like we're sneezing or something.
No, that's just my skin turns red if I touch it. It's my skin
Yeah.
can get kind of sensitive.
You a sensitive bitch.
No, that's better than what some people call me, which is just a bitch.
Fair enough. Oh shit. Sorry, scrolling Facebook for like a second because I backed out of my friends list, and one of my favorite bands is gonna be performing this next month. Oh, I might go to that.
All
It's
right,
on a Monday night.
we cannot start talking about bands again.
No, it's not even. They're not emo. They're new metal. I'm gonna show you this band after this podcast because I could go on and on about them, but that's not the point. Okay, but so let's see. Questions. It could be anything Halloweeny. Okay, question. It randomly popped in my head because I know my answer to this, but I'm curious about yours. What is your favorite haunted house attraction that you've ever been to?
Reaper's Revenge.
Where's that at?
It's right outside of Scranton, Pennsylvania. I've been to haunted attractions all over New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania, and Reaper's Revenge is my favorite.
Okay.
And there's a couple reasons why. Not only is it just really, really well done, but it's one, two, three, there's a haunted hayride and then four haunted attractions. And in most places I've gone that have multiples, you stand in line for one, you go through it, then you go stand in line for the next and you go through it, then you go stay in line for the next and you go through it. Reapers does it differently. You get there and you stand in line for the hayride. The hayride drops you off at the next haunted house and you go through it. And that drops you off right at the next house and you go right through it. And that drops you off.
Oh,
And
okay.
then the last or second to last one is an optional one because it's really fucked up. So you can skip it. So if you choose to go into that one, you have to stand in line because they only allow so many people to go through it at a time. It's called Pitch Black. It's literally pitch, like there's no light. It's just darkness and just a loud droning noise. So you can't hear anything. You can't see anything. You have to work your way through 2 floors of it by just feeling your way around.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
It
Huh.
is the only haunted house I've ever been to that has unsettled me. because it takes a while to get through it. And like you by the end, after you get stuck in some corners and you walk into a bunch of people and you're just like, what the fuck? I don't like not being able to see. I want to see.
Bill's timbers have been shivered.
Yeah. But
My
I gotta
Oh, sorry.
say this as because this is something that they do that is such an obvious thing to do, but I've never seen anybody do it outside of Reapers. In the hayride, in the zombie section, just before they do their thing, and you're like, okay, their thing's over, they're gonna start leaving, and the tractor starts to move and then stops. And it starts playing Thriller, and all the zombies come out and do the Thriller dance. It is such an obvious thing to do, but I've never seen anybody do it. And it's just so awesome.
Fair enough.
Terror Behind the Walls is not bad.
Okay,
Not
I
great.
am.
So that's at Eastern State Penitentiary.
Yeah, I am not gonna lie. I'm tired. I read Trevor Behind the Walls,
That's
and I'm like,
that's
no, you
Trevor's,
didn't.
that's
No,
that's
you.
Trevor's podcast that he does that you have to pay for.
I literally read Stephen Komet. I used to do Trevor Behind the Walls every year. I'm like, bitch, no, you didn't. I promise, I don't remember that. But I had to read.
Clearly, he does Tyrone Behind the Walls every year.
Hey, yo. I literally had to reread that 4 different times in my head. I used to do terror. Okay. Because like you saw my eyes get bold for a second. I'm like, what the? No, you didn't. Steven, I love you as family, but that's the extent of that.
Well, you are from Kentucky, so loving you like family.
Steven, are you my cousin? If so, then I'll let you do me behind the.
Oh, fucking A. I was not ready for that one, Trevor. Oh, jeez.
I'm proud of that one.
Yeah, you should be.
I'm proud of that one. Okay. Without being too lewd with it, we need to not publicly sell them, like online. I don't mean that. Like sell them within friends, because obviously we don't want to lose money, but like pretty much if we make the shirts for $10, we sell them for $10. I don't want no fucking profit in it. Ryan, do you not know that story? Do you not know that story, Ryan? It's not really a story.
You tell it like every other podcast. He has to know it.
Well, Ryan, if you know it, then I won't say it. But like, do you know the cousin inside joke? Yes or no? And why you answer that? We need to make shirts and like sell them for no profit, just enough to make like our money back. Just sell them like within the friend group here. Just something about fourth cousin shit. Like make a shirt about fourth cousin shit and just like sell them within our friend group. Have Robin make them, and then he's gonna watch and read them. Everyone he pulls off the he press, and then question our insanity. Your fourth cousin, yeah. All right, cool. I was like, I will be honest.
Sophie would buy one of those shirts.
The story's funny, but I really did not want to explain that fucking story again. I'll be honest. I've already explained that fucking thing like 8 times. I don't want to do it again.
8?
Just
8? I think I alone have heard you do it at least a dozen.
I literally chose a random number out of the air. I don't know.
I'm still waiting for the update when you finally go out with the cousin.
It's never gonna happen.
Well,
I will say this.
Unfortunate.
Me and my friend, I will invite. My cousin has her own fucking life. She does her own thing. One day, at some point, if me, my friend, and my cousin ever like, hey, you want to go out for drinks and hang out? Sure. I will take a selfie with just us two, like holding up beers and taking a selfie, and I will post it. I did not do Trevor Behind the Walls.
You
Not
gotta have your
yet.
cousin come on here.
I haven't mentioned it to her only because um she's had some personal life stuff like moving apartments, new jobs and all that stuff, and she's going through the same shit that Lily did, and that's why Lily had to quit the podcast.
Mm.
Once I will say this, once because she had well she's in my family obviously. We have a huge bloodline, huge family. Once Thanksgiving and Christmas is over and New Year's Eve is over and like January, everything is just settling down. Next year, January, February ish, I'll hit her up and be like, "Hey, here's the inside joke." Because I know her. She makes some videos on YouTube with her and my other cousin doing covers, but she's not a fan of like live stuff. She likes to record, pick what she does and doesn't like, and then upload it. She's not much of live and like being on camera, and whatever gets caught is like on the internet forever. So I'll talk to her about it, and on a real note, if she doesn't want to, I'm not going to force her to, obviously.
Well,
But I'll see what.
obviously.
Yeah. I'll see what
But if
she.
she does agree to come on,
Oh, so
Sophie wants
it's
to be here for
yeah.
that.
Oh yeah, that's totally fine. But yeah. What about the listeners that don't know? They can
Shut
go
up, Ryan.
rewatch.
I don't want to hear the story again.
No, I was gonna say you can go rewatch the other episode. I ain't fucking unless for some
Go
miraculous.
watch the episode where we had Sophie from Convent on, because that was the
Yes.
very first time, and you're gonna see me and Sophie completely lose our shit.
Yeah, it's literally her face is on the cover. I'm actually curious because like I know I added that to the playlist just to make it easier for you. I will give you the exact episode number. Haunted Casket episode 21 with Sophie Westcott. It's at 18, not streamed 5 months ago. So go back 5 months, go to my channel. On the front page, scroll down to Haunted Casket podcast, and it's literally like the 5th one. Because we haven't the last 2 podcasts are the first 2 podcasts that we've done in a while. So yeah. Go back and watch that. The only exception that I will make with telling that story again on this podcast is if for some reason we grow in viewers and we have like 20, 30 plus viewers, like a more than usual.
Or
And
if there's
just
an
for
update.
my
Just
brain went
saying.
to my brain went to a StreamYard update because we were having issues with that. But no, there will be no fucking update unless we go out as friends and take a picture holding beers, and then we like play off of that picture like, oh, we're on a date when we weren't. But I can see your eyes wondering with that comment. I don't like it. I don't like it. But no. So unless like we get a random surge in viewers, then I will tell that story again because that story got us quite a bit of views. Well, not a lot of views, but like more than usual. So I'll do anything for views within reason. Within reason.
Would you do something for views with Steven behind a wall?
If it's on another website, yes. I'm not saying
that,
what.
You heard that, Steven.
I'm not.
Trevor's going to meet you behind the wall at Mid-O.
I'm not saying what I'll do. I'm just saying I would do things.
Wow, you're calling Steven Kometz a thing? That's mean.
I mean, in the end, we're all just dusts in the galaxy, right? We're all just a thing.
Really thought you were going to say dust in the wind and, go on with that
No,
song.
no, I'm not your dog right now. Is your dog still ripping ass?
No, he's stopped. Yeah. So, okay. So there you go. Steven Kometz is, he's excited for Mid-O.
I am not doing that strictly for a reason that is not obvious. I've been on YouTube for over a decade, and I have changed and rebranded my content 3 different times. Actually, 4 if you count the coming back to Haunted Faith. It was Haunted Faith, and then vlogs, and then We the Haunted, then back to Haunted Faith, and then this. Not the point. all of my rebrands and like change of video content was all paranormal, just in a different layout or different meaning. The second I upload a high quality video of me talking about how me and my fourth cousin hypothetically fucked, I'm deleting my channel. Like, I'm never gonna recover from that. I don't care if I talk about it in a podcast because there's a 5-minute section blended into an hour and 45. I don't care.
Except for the Sophie episode, in which I
Except
think
for
that
this.
was the whole damn thing after he brought it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
In
But
fact,
I'm not
our
gonna.
group chat is still called Fourth Cousin Shit.
Yeah, we have a text group chat, which has been dead for the past like four fucking months. But yeah, I'm not doing a video strictly on that because then I will never recover from the comments. And every single video I upload hypothetically after that, found footage, investigation, it doesn't fucking matter. I can tell you some random trolls gonna be in the comments of like I don't see your fourth cousin in this video or something. And I will kill myself.
I
No,
don't.
I'm
I
kidding.
don't think you should call me a troll.
Wait, what? A troll?
Because
Oh,
I'd be the one
okay.
saying that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sorry. I'm like, where did trolls come into this? But yeah, okay, I get it.
You literally just said it.
I said troll?
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Speaking of rebranding,
Oh,
there
wait,
is
wait. Pause. Do you want to tease it now, or do you want to do a surprise everything on Saturday?
we're gonna tease it a little bit.
All right. Okay. Sorry. So I wanted to make sure. Go ahead.
There's a little bit of a rebranding coming with Empty Casket.
Okay. Pause. I wouldn't say a little bit. This is not a little thing. There's a huge rebrand coming with Empty. He's playing it safe. Build that shit up. Pipe that shit up, bitch. There's a big rebrand coming with Haunted Casket. Now continue.
Empty Casket.
Fuck. Empty Casket. Shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So big changes, awesome changes. I believe I got to double check with Tanya. We were going to do it tonight, but Tanya wanted to be here for it, and she's at work.
Yeah.
So we're going to do it Saturday. I got to double check with her for make sure we have a good time. But so tomorrow I will be announcing what time that we're gonna do that, and
just make it afternoon, please.
yeah, I was thinking of around like 12 or 1.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yes,
because I need to head out to New Jersey shortly after that.
I'm going to New Jersey for that class
Ghost Hunt.
theme.
No, Ghost Hunt.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, with Thomas.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So yeah. Watch Empty Casket tomorrow to find out exactly what time we're going to be making the announcement, and then on Saturday we will be making the announcement and kind of going through what's changing, why it's changing, and what you can expect in the future.
Yes. Also, I will add on to that in a VHF films type of way. Talking to Rob about a possible film. I won't go too in depth because there is a certain type of film that I want to make at Mid-O. And he said by Thursday night.
It's X-rated. It's going to have Trevor and Stephen Kometz and a wall.
Pinned against a wall. No. There's a film that I'm wanting to make at Mid-O. I did some research. And so far in the found footage community, there has never been a film made like this. I from the idea that I have, I think it'll work. But like anything in life, there is only one way to find out. But Rob's going to get back to me on Thursday, or I'll reach out to him, either or. And if the film idea will flow with the gathering, it's a go, and I'll tease it at the beginning of the Saturday thing. It'll be quick, but there will be a huge found footage integrated film possibly being done live not live like live stream, but like live filming, like on set type of thing. At Middo. But we'll see if Rob thinks so. If Rob looks at everything that he wants to do and thinks a film in the middle of all this wouldn't work, then we won't do it. But if it does, it'll be cool. But that's all I'll say. Because I don't want to promise all this shit, and Rob's like, I don't think it'd work. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'll just be there then. But expect something possibly extra on Saturday. But that's all I'll say. Yeah.
Sunday, November 2nd, to answer Damien and Steven in the chat. So yeah, it's this Sunday.
Yeah. Which I'm gonna hate myself for. Because that means I'll be delivering in the fucking dark every day, Monday through Friday, for the next month and a half. Woohoo.
Yeah, I really wish they'd get rid of it. It doesn't really
Yeah.
need to exist anymore.
Yeah, it does. Hell, and not to get political, I will keep this very short because I hate politics. Whenever the time got changed back, beginning like last year, people online were like, "Why is this even a thing?" Like you just said, and Donald Trump mentioned in the fucking tweet saying, "We haven't get rid of it because the argument with most Americans is that do you want to end up taking your kids to school in the daytime or in the nighttime?" And I'm like, what kind of fucking argument's that?
No,
What?
that's one of the more common arguments I've heard.
What?
Well, for one thing, it's a state thing. It's not a federal thing. So federal government has no control over it whatsoever because Arizona got rid of it a few years ago. Pennsylvania and New York have been trying to get rid of it for the last 3 or 4 years, and it just keeps failing in the votes in the state Senate.
Then politics aside, what the fuck is the point of it then? Like, why did
so it was put into place so that mainly it was for farmers because at the time the biggest job in the country was farming, and it meant that you were waking up just before it got light out and you have more time in the day before dinner time to get and more daylight really to get it done, which is a stupid thing because it's just like just set your clock, like set your alarm a little bit earlier. But nowadays one of the main people who are arguing against it, against getting rid of it, are people with kids, and they're like, yeah, if you do that, then our kids are going to be going to school, leaving for school in the dark more so than they already are, and safety and all this stuff. And it's just like it doesn't fucking matter.
You got headlights and taillights on a bus. They're bright. Kid hops on.
I mean, even with it, like I don't know about around you, but around here, kids are leaving for school at like 6:30 in the morning. It's dark no matter what. So what's the fucking difference?
Yeah. Hell, yeah. The only kids that aren't is like elementary school kids. In my area, elementary school kids get to school at 8:30 in the morning, leave at 2:30.
Yeah, no. Around here, it's like 6:30, 7 o'clock for everybody.
Yeah, and that's the same thing for high school. For middle school and high school, school starts at 7 a.m. They get out at 2:30. But for elementary school kids, they get out at the same time, but they start an hour later. Why, I don't know. I fuck if I know, but
yeah,
I just know that fighting school buses and a FedEx van makes me want to throw my van into a fucking ditch.
So the elementary school in my town is 2 blocks away, and I have a empty lot right across the street from me. So all the school buses like to sit there and get ready to go pick up the kids there in that empty lot. So from 2 to 2:30, I can't leave my house because the buses are in the way because they just block the road. They don't give a shit. They block the road.
Hell, I this is this is gonna sound worse than what it is, but I deliver to 3 different schools and quite literally 90 plus houses around those set of schools. And one of the houses next to the school, like within like 20 feet, ordered a Spencer's package once. I don't know what was in the fucking Spencer's package. I'm not legally allowed to open it. I shook it. It sounded like a fucking item. I don't know. There was this like high schooler kid walking down the street. No idea who the fuck he was. And I delivered a Spencer's package to this house. Didn't think a thing of it. I took a picture of the delivery and I walked off. And that kid, I think he was just trying to be funny or witty. I don't know. Kid goes, "Hey man, you're delivering a Spencer's package this close to a school," and I'm like, "I delivered it to the house, not the school itself. I don't see the issue." And he goes, "What do you think? I can't believe you're delivering on this route." I'm like, "Are you serious right now?" Because I've been called in for stupider shit, and I'm like, "You realize I'm delivering it to someone's house? I can't control what someone orders." And he goes, "Oh no, man! I just think that's kind of weird. You have a Spencer's package this close to a elementary school." I'm like, "If I was on a list, I wouldn't be able to have this fucking route." And he goes, "And that's fair, I guess." And I go, "I hate kids." He was questioning my reasoning. It was like, "Oh, I'm delivering a Spencer's package to a house that happens to be beside a elementary school. I must be on a list somewhere." It's like, fuck off.
All right, it is 11 o'clock. We got to end this.
Oh, it's 2 hours. I haven't been paying attention. Yeah. So, yeah, it's 11 p.m. for you. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you all so much for joining. I know this episode's been all over the place, but like we said, whenever we were talking about Halloween, we travel, we do all this shit 24/7, 365. Halloween to us is just relaxation, comfort. We talked a little bit about the myths and legends. We talked about Halloween stuff, and now we're just here to go with the flow. So, thank you all so much for joining. Great live. It was something.
Yeah, it was something, all right.
Thank of course, and yes, congrats again, Bill. To I guess I got to do it too. Give me a sec. Oh, that hurt my ears. I have sweat.
No, I can't read the
My
chat.
hair's growing out, so pardon me. Give me a second. The fuck? What the hell is? Oh, I gotta spin this around. Okay, shoot. There. Okay. I put this on for the podcast only. I shouldn't have bought this thing. I paid $65 for this because I'm a diehard Avenged Sevenfold fan. Okay. Thank you all so much for joining. Ryan, Chris, Damien, other Chris, Bailey, Basinger, everyone. Thank you. I'm not gonna read through all the comments, but thank you. Shut up, shit. Banners. Empty Casket Paranormal. Go follow him. Empty Casket Talking Board. Go follow him. Stay tuned for Saturday. GetHaunted.com. Go there, ya bitch. VHF 82 film. I should be showing banners. That found footage. Like it or don't care. Go look at it. Extreme ticketing. Mid-O. Get Haunted Midwest. Do the thing. Buy little Annabelles before they go away. Before November 1st.
Oh, yeah. There's 2 days left to pre-order your little Annabelle, so get them while you can.
Yes. And other than that, thank you all so much for joining. It's been a blast. On that note, I'm sending you out on Dubstep Rob. Good night. Sleep safe. And it's Halloween, so let the demons bite. Let me take off this banner. Cheers.
Baby, we gon' get haunted. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Baby, we gon' get